If you're thinking about going into the actuarial science, first do your research. Any kind of field, by the way, do your research. Is that something that's suited to you? The second is, now there are colleges now that are actually having actuarial science department, but all the big colleges still don't. So often, if that's the case, you're looking at something like, they really like math majors because math majors are problem solvers. Statistics majors are fine too, and in my case, it was like a mixture of both. So math or stats would be your major to go. Econ could be it, but if you're going into an econ major, make sure you have a math or stats background. Okay, meaning math or stats minor, I would say. But yes, those three are the fundamentals. Obviously, you want to have a little bit of experience going in. So my advice is take the actuarial exam, the first one. There are 9. And depending on which field you go to, there are 8 to 9. There are more if you're going into the property casualty environment, meaning you want to do car insurance, home insurance, that stuff. There is one less exam if you're going into life insurance or health insurance or pension. But there are a lot of exams. I would recommend people to take that first exam their senior year of college. Get it out of the way, because if you do, and then you're applying for actuarial jobs, the firm knows that you're serious. Better chance of getting a job straight out of college. The first test, all the tests are difficult, but the first test is a lot of calculus, and I'm a calculus teacher. A lot of calculus, a lot of statistics. So you gotta be very strong at that.
So do you need these tests to practice?
You need the test to get your license. And also, the actuarial firms are looking at these tests to see how serious you are. And every time you pass a test, your salary goes up. So it's like a bonus on top of a bonus. If you get the first 5 tests done, then you become an associate actuary. And then if you get all the tests done, you become a fellow actuary. And a fellow actuary signature is, associate actuary is nice. You know, you get to do a lot of stuff. You could, represent yourself. You have a signature power from them. But a fellow actuary with that signature, pretty much anything. You could even open up your own firm if you're a fellow actuary. But it's a long time. And for actuaries, they give you, so there are tests that happen in the fall and in the spring, but these tests take a long time to prep for. So your firm may give you, depending on the firm, 30 to 40 hours to study for. But these are very difficult tests. But again, you want to get the test done as soon as possible, because without the test, you don't have signing power. And if you could get 1 or ideally even 2, although the second exam would be maybe a little bit too difficult for someone who hasn't worked in an actuarial firm. Not impossible, but if you get 1 or 2 tests done early on, and especially the first test done, you study for it in your senior year, get that test done, focus on calculus that you have learned. You should have learned that kind of calculus in your first 2 years in college. Then you're golden, you go into these interviews and you're like, oh, I already have my first actuarial test under my belt. They're like, okay, this is a serious candidate, they can pass tests, we're gonna hire you. So yeah, that would be my main advice. Okay, do the research, see if the field is right for you.